Students, myself Navneet Patel, and today we are going to start the new chapter, analytical chemistry. Okay, this is the fourth chapter of the for the class 10th. Okay, so basically in this chapter we will study about the quantitative and qualitative analysis. You know very well what are the radicals and ions. Actual, there are two types of the ions, cation and anion. Okay, so those ions which contain the positive charge are known as the cation, and those charge contain negative charge are known as the anion. Okay, cation also known as the basic radicals, and anions also known as the acidic radical. Okay, so what is the basically quantitative? There are two types of analysis: qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis. In qualitative analysis, we will examine the nature of the substance and the quality of the substance. Okay. Next, in the quantitative analysis, we determine the constituents of the chemical substance. Listen again. In quantitative analysis, we will study about the constituents of the chemical substance or the mixture. Okay students, now next topic is the color of the substance and their solution. So if any compounds like this copper sulfate when goes on the dissociation, then there are two types of the radical will be generated, positive and negative. This radical are known as the cation and this radical is known as the anion. Okay, it is also known as the basic radical and it is also known as the acidic radical. Okay, this is known as the acidic radical and it is known as the basic radicals. Look, in this aqueous solution, that means when the copper sulfate dissolve on the water, then Cu plus 2, that is known as cupric ion, and sulfate ions will be generated, and the color of this ion is blue. So according to the color of ions, we can assume this ion has particular color. Like this, they are colored cation, and here we are going to write the colored anions. Look, these ions like this cupric ion. In this cupric ion, this color is blue. But in case of if here Cu contain +1 charge, then the cuprous ion, the color of the cuprous ion is red. Okay, like this is the ferrous ion. Ferrous ion having the color light green. Now some colored anions. Colored anions like this chromate ion. What is the name of this ion? Chromate. Okay, chromate. In chromate ion, the color of chromate ion, the solution is yellow. If dichromate like this, Cr2O7 minus 2, that is known as the dichromate ion. The color of dichromate is orange. Okay, like this, that is known as the permanganate ion. In the aqueous solution of permanganate give the purple color or pink color. Okay. Now there are some colorless cations and colorless anions. So basically, group first and normal elements ions having the colorless cations like this ammonium ion, colorless, sodium ion, colorless, potassium ion, colorless, magnesium ion, calcium ion. These are the colorless ions. Look, in this case of the anion, they are colorless anions like this chlorine, bromine, iodine, and CO3, SO4 minus 2. These ions are colorless ions. Okay. Now next topic is use of the ammonium hydroxide in the analytical chemistry. So basically we use ammonium hydroxide for the precipitation of the salt. Second, formation of the new complexes. Third, making medium weak base. That means you can use the ammonium hydroxide for the formation of the medium base. Okay, now next fourth is the providing NH3. By using the ammonium hydroxide, you can generate the ammonia gas. Okay. Now action of NH4OH, that means the ammonium hydroxide on some certain salts. So first salt is calcium salt. In the case of the calcium salt, when the calcium salt react with the ammonium hydroxide and get a precipitate, and this color of this precipitate is white color, like this. Calcium chloride react with the ammonium hydroxide, get converted into the calcium hydroxide and NH4Cl, that will known as the ammonium chloride. What is the name of this compound? Ammonium chloride. And the color of this precipitate is white. Okay. All calcium precipitate color is white, dull white. Okay. Now next, iron salt. You know very well, iron contain two types of the radicals, Fe+2 and Fe+3. Fe+2 means the ferrous iron and Fe+3 means ferric iron. The first one is the ferric salt. Ferric salt means which contain the Fe+3 ions. When the ferric chloride, look this example, ferric chloride react with the ammonium hydroxide, get converted to the ferric hydroxide, FeOH whole thrice. FeOH whole thrice. And the color of ferric hydroxide is reddish brown. Color of ferric hydroxide is reddish brown. Okay. Now in case of ferrous hydroxide, this is the ferrous hydroxide, that means those compounds which contain Fe+2 charge, like this ferrous sulfate. What is the name of this compound? Ferrous sulfate. When ferrous sulfate react with ammonium hydroxide, get converted into the ferrous hydroxide. Here ferric oxide, but here ferrous oxide, and the color of the ferrous oxide is dirty green, not reddish brown. Ferric hydroxide color is reddish brown, but ferrous oxide color is dirty green. Okay. Now next compound is the ammonium sulfate. What is the name of this compound? Ammonium sulfate. Now next, lead salt. In case of the lead salt, when lead salt react with the ammonium hydroxide and get converted to the precipitate, but the color of the precipitate is white color. Okay, like this, lead nitrate. What is the name of this compound? Lead nitrate. Lead nitrate react with the ammonium hydroxide, get converted to the lead hydroxide, and the color of this compound is white. Okay. Now next, cupric salt. So you know very well cupric and cuprous. We have already discussed here. Cupric means Cu+2 ion. Cuprous means Cu plus ion. So this is the cupric salt, CuSO4, because here Cu contain +2 charge. CuSO4 react with the ammonium hydroxide, get converted to CuOH whole twice. And the color of cupric salt, look here, color of cupric salt. What is the color of cupric salt? Blue color. So the color of precipitate is blue. Okay. Now next, zinc salt. When the zinc salt react with the ammonium hydroxide, then we get the precipitate, but the precipitate having the white color. Okay, like this, zinc hydroxide. When zinc sulfate react with the ammonium hydroxide, get converted to zinc hydroxide and ammonium sulfate, and the color of this precipitate is white. Okay. Now next, next topic is use of NaOH. NaOH is also used NaOH is a good reagent and used in the quantitative and qualitative analysis. First one, NaOH, sodium hydroxide, used for the formation of the soda extract. Soda extract, that means the determination of the cations. So, and it is helpful for the identification of the metal ion, that means the cations. Okay. Now next, some precipitation of hydroxide dissolving the excess of NaOH. That means when the complex salt is formed. Okay, that means any precipitate is formed when we add the excess amount of the NaOH, that means sodium hydroxide, then the precipitate dissolve in the solution and get converted to the complex salt. So this is the use of the sodium hydroxide. After this we will discuss the action of NaOH in certain salt. Okay students. Okay students, now next topic, action of sodium hydroxide on the certain salts. Okay, so sodium oxide, it is also known as the caustic soda. It is a very good reagent which is used on the quantitative and qualitative analysis in the chemistry lab. Okay, so first salt is calcium salt. So when the sodium hydroxide react with the calcium salt, then the calcium hydroxide precipitate will be formed. Like this, it's calcium chloride react with the sodium hydroxide, get converted into the calcium hydroxide, which is the white TPT. Okay. Now next salt is iron salt. So you know very well, iron contain the two types of the charge, Fe+2, Fe+3. That means the ferrous ion and ferric ion. And when the ferrous salt like ferrous sulfate react with the sodium hydroxide get converted into the ferrous hydroxide. So you know very well what is the color of ferrous hydroxide? Dirty green. Okay, now look here, dirty green. Now next, in the ferric salt, when the ferric sulfate react with the sodium hydroxide get converted into the ferric hydroxide. You know very well what is the color of ferric hydroxide is reddish brown. What is the color of this precipitate? Reddish brown. Okay, now next salt, lead salt. When the sodium hydroxide react with the lead salt, then get converted to the lead hydroxide. What is the salt? Color of the salt? White PPT. Okay. Now next, in the action of NaOH on the cupric salt, when the NaOH, that means the caustic soda, react with the copper sulfate, also known as the copper sulfate, and you can say the cupric sulfate. When the copper sulfate react with the sodium hydroxide get converted to the CuH whole twice, यानी कि copper hydroxide. Okay, what is the color of copper hydroxide? Blue color. What is the color of copper hydroxide? Blue color. And the byproduct is the sodium sulfate. In case of zinc salt, when the zinc salt react with the sodium hydroxide, then zinc hydroxide will be formed. Zinc hydroxide will be formed, and the color of zinc hydroxide is white. What is the color of this PPT? White PPT. Okay. Now next, action of caustic soda on the certain metal. These are the reaction of the caustic soda and salts, and these are the reactions of the caustic soda and metals. So first metal is zinc. When the zinc react with the NaOH, that means caustic soda, zinc react with the NaOH, then Na2ZnO2, sodium zincate. What is the name of this compound? This compound is colorless. There is no color. And what is the name of this compound? Sodium zincate. What is the name of this compound? Sodium zincate. Release the hydrogen gas. Now next, action of aluminium. When the aluminium react with the caustic soda, that means the aqueous solution of caustic soda, you can say when the aluminium react with the alkaline NaOH. Okay, so NaAlO2, that means sodium aluminate, and this is also colorless compound, sodium aluminate, and evolve the hydrogen gas during the reaction. Okay, now next, action of lead on when the lead metal react with the NaOH, sodium hydroxide, then sodium plumbite will be formed. What is the name of this compound? Sodium plumbite, Na2PbO2. Like this, Na2ZnO2, NaAlO2, and Na2PbO2. What is the name of this compound? Sodium plumbite. Now next, action of NaOH and KOH of certain metals. Now look these reactions. Here we have to write only the NaOH reaction, and the KOH reactions are same. Okay. Now next reaction, Na2, sodium oxide. Sodium oxide react with the HCl, get converted to the NaCl and water. You know very well. NaOH react with the acid, then NaCl and water will be formed. Okay. Look, this in this case, this is the zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is amphoteric oxide. Zinc oxide is amphoteric. What is the meaning of amphoteric? Those substances which act acid as well as base. So zinc oxide react with acid, then ZnCl2, zinc chloride will be formed. When the zinc oxide react with the base, that means NaOH, caustic soda, then sodium zincate will be formed. Look this reaction. Okay. Now next, zinc hydroxide react with the acid, so get converted to zinc chloride, and also zinc hydroxide is act as the amphoteric nature. So zinc hydroxide react with the base, get converted into the sodium zincate. Now next, aluminium, and that is also known as the aluminate. Okay, so aluminium oxide, you can say aluminium oxide react with the base NaOH, get converted to the sodium aluminate. Okay, what is the name of this compound? Sodium aluminate. The color of this compound is white. Okay, now aluminium hydroxide react with the potassium hydroxide, get converted to the potassium aluminate. Okay, now next, last one is lead oxide react with the NaOH. Lead oxide, when the lead oxide and lead hydroxide both are the react with the NaOH and get converted to the sodium plumbite. when the lead oxide react with the caustic soda get converted to the sodium chloride, and lead hydroxide also react with the caustic soda get converted to the sodium chloride. Those those reactions the product is same. Okay, now in next video we will be meet with the new chapter. Okay, thank you for watching.